So I mix up all my own colors. There's some leftover scrap glass that I'll remelt. This is some gold luster glass. Has a lot of silver in it. And in these blue buckets is the blue silver glass. Nothing in there right now.
So you mentioned before that the glass has silver in it. So
yeah.
Are you actually putting silver in the glass?
Yes, silver nitrate, it's silver salt.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a form that can absorb into the glass.
Yeah. Okay.
And then here's an amber glass that I've got in the furnace too. So there's 3 pots in my furnace, and each pot has a different color glass in it.
And where does the glass come from?
Well, you start with sand and soda. And
so you're making the glass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start from scratch.
But you have a nice kind of pile of broken glass that you can use for...
That's the extra. Come on in here, Joey. Wow. So in here are the 3 different pots. You got blue silver in there, gold in there, and amber in that pot.
Yeah, you all can see that it's hot, but it's friggin' hot in here.
Then I kind of designed this furnace to melt this glass. Most glass blowers in the United States now just have one furnace with a bunch of clear in it, and then they add color from a you can buy all this color.
Yeah.
And I don't do that. I do it kind of the old way, where you mix up your own color, and the glass comes out more unique.
Okay.
And you can do things that that you couldn't do with just a pot.
Yeah. So you, even though you're kind of following designs that you already have, each piece has a little uniqueness because of the way you're doing the glass.
Yeah, for sure. And also, you can't make this style of glass without melting your own colors.
Okay.
Yeah, you really have to.
I mean, it's very. You can see the design is similar, but there's definitely some variations, that make it look.
Oh yeah.
Each one's unique. That's really cool. So, are you in here every day melting glass?
Yeah, 5 days a week, and then I've got babies at home that I go to at 5.
Okay.
And hang out with on the weekends. So.
Do you find that this is a nice balance to have?
It's been good.
Yeah.
My shop is 2 miles from my home.
Yeah.
So I take my kids to school, come down here, work, and then get home by 5.
Yeah.
And that's pretty special.
It's really cool.
I think most people commute a lot longer than that.
Yeah, for sure, especially in LA.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So what do you have you mentioned before that sometimes you get tired of something and you want to do something different. Do you have a process that you sit down and you're sketching out a design, or do you just jump in and do it? We were talking about your metal case there a moment ago.
Got some nice envelope.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice.
That was work from 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I've got most of these pieces in the cold room right now.
What's the cold room? This is where they cool off?
No, they cool off in an annealing oven, but this is, outside there is, the hot shop, and this is the cold shop because it's cooler. So, see that piece I'm pointing to, here it is in real life. And so these are, I sketch what I would like to make, and then, it either comes out or it doesn't.
Yeah.
So this is all the work I've made in the last couple weeks, and I'm finishing up here, grinding it.
And these are like flower bases, right?
Bases. Yeah. These are.
And are you teaching a class?
No, that's I gave a guest lecture at Santa Monica City College.
Nice. Okay.
And they just had that fun poster up.
Nice.
And I asked them if I could have it. They're trying to figure out what T-shirt design to use. And that was one T-shirt design idea.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't teach.
Maybe you need to turn some of these into some T-shirt designs. So what is this?
This is a grinding wheel. So on all these vases and these bowls, say, we got these nice bowls here. They have a punty mark on the bottom.
Oh.
So I have these magnetic diamond discs. Here, hold this by the rim.
Oh, by the rim.
This goes on there. water fed, and the water helps cool everything down. And so you got to grind these off.
You're putting quite a bit of pressure on there, so this is pretty.
A little bit, not that much.
Okay.
And there, now it's got a flat bottom. You know, it won't.
Yeah.
It won't. And then from that rough grind, everything has to be then polished. So we've got different wheels of different grit, and we get down to a fine polish
So
eventually.
this is the machine that does that. Grinds it, polishes it,
Yeah.
and then do you end up? Maybe it's more delicate. You end up doing anything to the inside or the outside?
Inside's done.
Okay.
I mean, would you change anything?
No. Beautiful.
As good as it gets.
But there's no lacquer or anything that you put on it. It's just,
No.
Okay. That's awesome. And you know, is it really delicate? Is it, you know, will it take a little tip, or you know, will it take, you know,
It's,
dropping from 2 feet for it to break? Kind of thing?
you don't want to drop it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's, you know. Yeah, you don't want to drop
Yeah,
it.
you that would make sense. It's made of glass. All right. So how often do you have to replace those discs?
Every few years.
Okay.
I don't know.
Every few years.
Yeah.
So they last a long time.
Yeah. But I don't have a huge production, you know, it's not like 10 people working here. It's just
Yeah.
me and blowing the glass.
Yeah. But it sustains. I mean, I think that's interesting. We talked about the guy you have working with you. So it sustains you and your family, and I mean, maybe your wife works too. But
She does.
Yep.
Yeah.
But and then another citizen of LA. That's really cool.
Yeah, and you know, I get all my stuff cast at a foundry in LA.
Okay.
So, you know, they're
So
making lots of money off making bird feet and tentacles for me.
that's awesome. But so that's something you did before that you decided, listen, I could use my time better
Yeah.
blowing glass
Yeah, I'd
or
rather blow glass.
yeah. And so that's another person or another group of people that you're kind of stimulating the economy through your work.
Small manufacturers in LA.
Yeah. That's awesome.
There's also a metal spinner. All our lamps start as flat sheets of copper, then they're spun. I'll show you the metal spinning that's here. So these all started off as flat sheets of copper.
Okay.
And they're spun by this guy in El Monte, Jose, and into all these different shapes. These are all shapes that I've kind of designed and given him a drawing of, and he makes tooling to spin the sheet metal over. So all of our whales, you saw a whale earlier, this is the head of the whale. Whereas this spinning is the tail of the whale.
Okay.
So then we solder on 3 portholes here, 3 portholes here, the tail, fluke, you know. So
And then you have a machine here that you spin off this little lip.
nope, it comes just like this.
Okay.
Jose does all of that.
No, I mean like when you just grind this down after you
No, we use this because the 2 parts have to be bolted together.
Oh, okay.
So every piece has a flange with bolts in them.
Okay. I see that now. Okay.
So yeah, so metal spinner in El Monte foundry down in Buena Park. It's all LA based, manufacturing.
Right. And then the raw materials, are you getting that just
Right now, wherever you can get it from, copper's really hard to get.
yeah.
Sometimes it takes like 9 months to get a sheet of copper.
So how is the supply chain stuff impacted your business?
I think it would have impacted me more, but as you can see, I like to have like a lot of stuff on hand.
Yeah.
So, so I've been able to weather it. This is not like a just-in-time manufacturing sort of operation.
Yeah. And do you have a show that you, like one big show that you prepare for, like a whole bunch of stuff to get ready to take? And
Sometimes I always apply to the Smithsonian Craft Show every year.
Okay.
Sometimes they let me in, sometimes they don't. That's just how
Interesting.
they are.
So, getting in once doesn't guarantee a second shot.
No, it's a pretty small show, and they like variation.
And that's in DC?
Mhm.
Okay.
And so yeah, when I get into that, it's always a fun excuse to.
And is that
make pieces.
like a big boost in sales?
I think
First
so,
big
yeah.
show like that?
Yeah, it's good.
That's awesome. So you end up taking a few more pieces and getting that. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah.